International recovery efforts continue in Japan, with the official death toll from the 9.0 magnitude earthquake and tsunami now at more than 12,900. Over 14,800 people are still listed as missing, and an unconfirmed number are still unaccounted for. Meanwhile, another intensive search for missing persons was begun on Sunday by a joint mission of 22,000 personnel from Japan's Self-Defense Force and the U.S. military. Their efforts include the participation of some 40 Maritime Self-Defense Force and Japan Coast Guard divers, who are also scouring offshore waters for those not yet found.
With some 152,000 people still in evacuation shelters, survivors chosen by a lot system began moving into 36 newly constructed temporary homes in Rikuzen-takata, Iwate Prefecture for the first time on Saturday. The Grand Prince Hotel Akasaka, a 700-room luxury hotel in Tokyo, has also offered to accommodate up to 360 displaced people. Meanwhile, as residents have been returning to the still evacuated 20-kilometer zone around the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear complex to collect needed belongings, the Japanese government is considering making the evacuation zone off-limits to all but disaster relief workers.
Amid the ongoing nuclear crisis at the TEPCO-damaged Fukushima Daiichi complex, a U.S. Marine team of 145 members conducted a practice exercise for the actions needed in case of a nuclear disaster, including rescue and decontamination of people exposed to radiation. At the facility itself, workers continued to risk potentially fatal exposure to radiation in their efforts to cool the plant's reactors. On Sunday, a worker was taken to the hospital, reportedly feeling ill. Although the government had increased the limit of radiation exposure for the plant workers from 100 millisieverts to 250 millisieverts, Kyoto News Agency reported that some outside companies dispatching people to the plant are refusing to adopt the raised limit. On Saturday, TEPCO issued an apology for discharging radiation into the air and the sea, with Prime Minister Naoto Kan expressed his regrets as well for Japan's late notice to neighboring nations about the dumping of contaminated water into the Pacific Ocean. Efforts, meanwhile, continue in removing contaminated water before it fills a tunnel near reactor number 2. The water is now being prevented from leaking into the ocean by diverting it to a 3,000 cubic meter container inside the turbine building.
On Saturday, TEPCO announced that following Thursday's 7.1 fatal aftershock, human error had apparently resulted in a fuel leakage in the only working diesel generator at the Hagashidori nuclear power plant in Aomori Prefecture, forcing usage of an emergency power generator. Amidst these and other issues, Japan's Nuclear and Industrial Safety Agency stated that reassessment of plant safety protocols is necessary and will include requirements such as having at least 2 backup diesel generators available. Agency spokesperson Hidehiko Nishiyama said, "We had said all along that nuclear power was absolutely secure thanks to its multiple layers of protection and 5-layer barriers, and I believed this, but we brought this situation onto ourselves. We need to review everything to ensure safety regardless of precedents." Our appreciation, Japanese and international governments, military and relief personnel, and nuclear experts, for your efforts to assist during these critical times. With heaven's grace, may such disasters be eased as humanity strives toward kinder, eco-stabilizing lifestyles.